thing. We got a little setting up here, but we'll be doing a little trivia in a minute. What the heck? Oh, I know it's a weird day to come back to doing trivia, but no pressure, right? Because everyone else is watching the sports.
I want you to put your phone on the...
I'm going to. I need to do a few things to make that happen. For one, I need to give it a better height. And I thought you were going to play in your room with your barn, since Betty is out doing the things. Alright. Let's see. Now, somewhere in here I have my... Careful, Iris. Oh, hey, Iris, can you put this on the Buddha table? Hey, what's going on, guys? We're just doing a little setup. And we'll do a little trivia as soon as we get a couple people in here. I'm going to throw you guys in this guy, put you over here for a minute. Get you closer to the end game. Where did I put the plate for this tripod? I swear the other day I accidentally had it in here. Did I put it in my tech box? Oh, cripes. On to the tech box. Tacky boxy box. Yeah, there it is. Hey, what's going on, Ryan? We're about to do some trivia, assuming I get more than 2 people in here. Or even if I only get 2 people in here, maybe. Maybe then. Can you drop a thing in the Discord? Tell Evan that I'm on? I might do it in a minute, but just trying to set some stuff up. We're gonna get fancy. Tripod. Oh, where is the thing that goes on to this so that I can do that? I might need to make a quick trip to the garage, guys. Shoot. Need my cradle. Alright. Do a little Robin of the Cradle. I'll do that. How's it going, man? You psyched for the big sports day? Are you doing that thing? You seem like me, where it's not going to be interesting to you. It's not your chumpy. I don't see the thing I need. Just here. That's there. Cripes. Yeah, I thought so. Alright, here's my backup. This will work. It's just not the best one. Okay. Grab some of these things. Dry erase. Marker set thing holder. Do I need this to be like this? I think I can figure this all out again. I should take a picture with my phone so I can definitely have it, but no, I don't need that. Discord data. Yeah, this is all just theoretical stuff. We're good. Okay, I can erase this, and this will be my scoreboard. Hello, hello, what's going on? Who's out there? Who's out there? Okay, now these little dry erase only things. Right. Colors. There. Don't know. God, man, I really wanted that other thing. Oh, is that Evan? Hey, there he is. I'm gonna make some tea and grab some yogurt. Okay, it's gonna take me a few minutes to set this thing up anyway. If I can find the piece that I want. So take your time. Give some other people a chance to get in here. Give me a chance to drop the phone, per usual. I'm carrying this real precariously. And, oh my God. We're going to do this. Yes, if I can get this thing set up. I'm going to try and mount you guys on a... No, that was a weird start. mount this phone on a tripod. Hi, Iris, what's up? Okay, get your shoes on. You can go out. Yeah, you can go outside. Just put your shoes on. Is it okay? Okay, I can help you put these shoes on. I'm gonna shave. I shaved my beard. Went wrong. All gone now. Oh no! What are you, like 13 now? Okay, hang on. I'm down here. Hold on. Hang on, Iris. Let me grab the phone. You guys. Yeah, they want to see us. Listen. Otherwise, they're like, he left us. We're all alone. Might as well go home and cry to myself. Okay, I can't read that from here because I put it too far away. Something like that. Yeah, I attempted to at least go back to the goatee. I'm never going to go completely. I would have to really mess things up to get rid of it all. But I'm tempted to go back down to goatee. Or Van Dyke. Same thing. All right. Okay. You go outside and play. You want to see us outside? Let me see how set up I can get, and then maybe I'll mobilize it. Theoretically, I could go mobile. I have to put some shoes on. All right. So, dang it, I can't find the phone mount part that I put on here. So what have I done with it recently? Iris, I'll be out in a little bit. You go play. Okay, I gotta put my own shoes on. Okay. And I'm trying to find some stuff. Okay? And then I'll take these guys out. I can do the trivia outside as long as I can plug in.
Why are you twisting that?
Oh, because I was just doing it.
Why?
Because.
And why are you twisting?
Don't you know? Because it twists. Go outside. I'll come outside soon. He knows. Go outside. Okay. I just gotta get my shoes on and try and find something and move all this stuff. So give me like 10 minutes. Charlie can go outside. Yeah, take Charlie out. Charlie, go outside.
Mommy, Charlie a dog.
Charlie's a dog. All right.
When Charlie has a birthday, Charlie can walk.
Yes. Okay. Where the heck is that thing? I really need to buy like 3 of those things. I wish I could get just extra of these plates for my tripod. I have 2 tripods and 1 plate. Technically one of these tripods was Amanda's. And I don't know, somewhere in moving she lost the plate to it. So like one day I was like, well, it's silly that you have it. Can we do a lag test before we start? Sure. I'm going to say a short word. You type it, and I'll tell you how soon I see it. The word, get your fingers on the keyboard, is pizza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pretty quick. That's not bad at all. That's a pretty standard lag. Not bad, not bad. I mean, if it seems like it's getting worse, I found it. I just need this part. If it seems like it's getting worse, you just have to try refreshing the page, and that should reset your connection to a more recent point. Alright, I'm going to throw you guys on a tripod and into another case so I can charge the battery case. And so yeah, I need to get like 2 or 3 more of these, another 2 of these, another tripod. That'd be good. I'll you know, just so I can have extra setups ready to go at a moment's notice. It's all this moving around that sucks. I needed a new Wi-Fi router. The one I got from the provider sucks. Yeah. Well, plus you end up paying that rental fee on it. And it's like, that's never worth it. We had our old router for like 5 years or something, and our service was crap. And we were paying for like, I'm pretty sure we were paying for service that Wi-Fi router could not actually deliver on, and they just never told us, like, hey, you're paying us extra money for something that actually just can't get from what you have. Like, if you're renting the equipment from the company, every year they should give you a new friggin' router. Like, it's so annoying. Because, like, we must have bought that router 5 times over, that last one. The new one they gave us seems alright. It's better, at least. Okay, Iris, I'm almost ready. I just gotta put my shoes on and grab all this stuff. Oh, and I'm gonna switch you guys to a... What are you gonna do outside, Iris? You gonna... Okay. I'm gonna throw you guys into this case so I can plug you in. Sorry for the wobbly cam. Okay, orientation. I know YouTube. YouTube's like, yo, what are you doing? Your orientation's all wacky. Deal with it. Can someone just create a 2.4 free hotspot? I can't turn it off. Huh, weird. Okay. Understandish a little. Oh, that OpenWRT thing, the OpenWRT thing that you were saying, that was about turning my old router into a repeater. Is that right? Is it possible? I don't think that one has it. It's like so old. It's a Motorola. Okay. I have a feeling it does not have that, but I don't know. Is it possible to do anything with that old modem to like use it as like an Ethernet extension or something, like an Ethernet hub? Can I turn it into that kind of thing? Because if I could do that, I have like a 100-foot cable that runs from my router to the garage, but I can only plug one thing in out there. But it would be kind of cool. I mean, I might as well just, I guess, buy like an Ethernet hub at some point, assuming I ever get jobs again. But I was like, I have this old piece of crap. Can I do anything with it to make it worth anything? I don't know. All right. Shoe time. No, not the other ones. Shoes, there it is. Okay. Alright, so what do I need? Got my markers, got my whiteboard. Got you guys on that. I need the plug and my laptop. Oh crap. You're snowed in! Like Edward Snowden. I had an old router, but it was just internet splitter. Okay. Interesting. Let's see if we can't get some more people in here. Do some real stuff. Pretty much all day blizzard. Okay. Which if you're at Dairy Queen is delicious, but not so much if it's snow. This one's stay. Take this. all we need is like 3 other people to play some trivia. In the future, I plan on bringing on guest hosts. But it seemed like a hard task today because of the Super Bowl. I'm going to look for Dutch board games and fun. Oh, right on. Cool, man. My neighbors are driving around their property. All right. Yeah, snowed in. This, I'll come back for the stuff. Let's take a little trip. Conveniently, we moved the table out here this morning. Iris, do you need some pushes? Yeah, I'll come do that for a little bit. Okay. Let me just set a few things up over here. So hot out here. It's like 84, 85. The discard noises. I never have my volume on. There's noises. I'll be right back, guys. Come on, Charlie. Okay. We're gonna have to do some pushing on the swing before Iris loses her mind. But I'd like to get 4 or 5 people in here for trivia anyway. Otherwise it gets real slow, real quick. We'll go over here so you're not scared you're gonna hit the thing. Alright. Do a little of this. See if we get some more people. Can't push for too long, Iris. We're supposed to be running a game show here. I don't watch Super Bowl. We don't have it here. I want to turn on the swing sets. Not pushing you, Ryan. Just Iris. Too far away for me to read that. Need something else to happen. Because I'm swinging.
So high. I'm so high.
I wish I had an outlet out here. So I could like set the computer up right here. I could do trivia right here. But if I ever get my laptop battery fixed, I could do that. I don't know what to do with you guys. You're too far. Let's get you maybe here. Better. Alright. That I can at least, I think, read if there's stuff. Right, Iris? Yeah, if I could be here. I guess I could make questions up on the fly. There's only 2 people right now. You guys want to wait, or should we get moving on some trivia? Is this how trivia should work? Hope I can. Hey Sam, don't you have mugs? You always drink out of a traveling mug. We have like a ton of mugs, but I have a mustache, and it's just easier to drink out of this and not get coffee in my mustache. So it's preferred. Like I'll take this to Starbucks or whatever. I would take it to restaurants, but at some point I'm like, oh, now I feel weird. But yeah, this is my preferred mug of choice. Is something with a lid and a small hole. Okay, that doesn't work with the swinging. Your hair is too wet. Your shirt is soaking from your hair, Iris. Awesome. Now I'm not the only one who does that. Right on. Yeah, I have a bunch of mugs I wish I could use, but I prefer not to taste like my beverages for the rest of the day. Can't find a good place for this. Okay, Iris, do you want to take a break from the swing for a little bit so I can do some other stuff? I'm using the old styrofoam cup. Get your butt back in the seat a little farther. Better. Okay. Pick that. No. Is what a word? Pitch out? Pictured? Those would be words, but I'm not sure what you're saying, so it's kind of hard to tell. Pitch out. Pig chow. Pig chow. That's kind of a word. Something that pigs would eat. What is your guess? This is the trivia question. What is she saying? Do 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 do. Say it again. Say the word. When you're here, say it. That's not it. When I am home, I don't use it, but on my work, I have. There's got to be a better way to do this. Oh gosh. This here maybe? Let's see. When I go out shopping, because a lot of plastic styrofoam. Right, sure. I do a lot of like, I go to a lot of cafes, or at least I used to. So part of it was also that you get like 10 cents off if you bring your own cup. And then the one place that I went didn't care what size it was. So I was like, well, traveler mug's bigger than a regular mug. That thing's 16 ounces.
I'm like, wait a second.
What? Well, he's not here, so that seems weird that he could say that. This is their first game. Oh, it's 1-6, not 6-0. It's, I don't know. In leaders? Let's go ask Alexa in a minute.
No, he's there. And that was the other.
Alright, Iris, I have to run inside for a minute. Let's go ask Alexa a question. I'll be back. Okay. And I can log into that computer. 1.77441 liters. Is that right? Alexa, convert 16 ounces to liters.
16 fluid ounces is 0.47.
It's at 0.4. Okay, there you go. Yeah, it's just a mug. It's not a giant gallon thing. Okay. Right on. I'm back. Still doing this? You don't want to do anything but swing? It's really... Tummy? It's even harder. I don't know if I can do that because my back is still not great. Why? Yeah, I can't do this, honey. Just a lot of coffee. I don't use any milk. That's how they get you. What? One. Whoops. I wasn't ready to let go. 1, 2, 3. Full milk. I just drink it totally black at this point. I used to put sugar in, then I stopped. No! I eat your nose! Ow. Okay. Okay, let's flip around. That's enough of that. Flip it around to the other way. I can live without sugar, but I use brown sugar. Right on. Like a bunch of people who started using honey, and I'm like, I don't know that because it's like healthier for you to use honey than sugar. Like, I feel like that's a weird taste combo, but I don't know. Maybe it's fine. But at this point, I don't need anything unless it's really bad coffee. Yeah, honey and coffee. There's a lot of weird stuff out here. There's a whole butter coffee movement right now. Like, people putting like butter and stuff in their coffee. It's supposed to be really good for you. Yeah. Which, I mean, it's butter, so how really good for you could it be? But I'm pushing you. What do you think I'm doing? Don't use honey and coffee. Yeah, I put it in tea. And yogurt. It's pretty much my honey usage is tea and yogurt. What? Pash pie? I don't know what she's saying. It's not a thing. What's hush pie? This is the trivia. What is she saying? Oh, push me? That's what you're saying? Pash me! Yeah. On my way home, arriving 1:27. I do half. What time is it right now?
Touch me. I think they touch me. Touch me. Touch
Robot.
me. Touch mine.
4 p. No. But what actual? What's the minutes?
Yes.
I don't care about the hour because I can figure that out.
Touch me.
It's not noon here. 1 p.m. Is it really on the? It's really right the hour?
Morning.
Oh, so she'll be home in 27 minutes.
What's not?
Okay, and then we can actually move into the garage and do some real trivia, potentially. We'll see what happens. I might attempt to, I don't know if I could do that, because I'm already on the phone. I was going to say, I might attempt to switch over to the computer, but I'm not sure if it would make that connection from the programs I have. I'd have to go in and find the individual stream key to what has been started, potentially. Okay. I love that all week I've been telling Amanda, like, I'm going to do trivia on Sunday. Every single day, without fail, been doing that. And then this morning, she goes, hey, I'm going, I gotta go do a home inspection for a potential foster at noon. I'm like, that's exactly when I'm starting trivia. And she's like, oh, and Iris wants to take a bath. I'm like, I can't catch a break. Like, all week I've been, this is the one thing I've been promoting. So, good times. Push me.
Touch me.
Push me.
Touch me.
Guys, send me your Iris impression.
Touch me.
Okay. Pushing you. Pushing you. I'm pushing you.
Touch me.
Oh my god. I'm doing it. Like, I'm in the action of doing it. What do you want from me? Stop saying it. Be on a swing. Be on the swing. Be on the swing. Iris, be on the swing. Be on the swing. Be here on a swing. Monkey. Your connection sucks? No. Are you starting to lag? Just refresh. Try refreshing. Refreshing. It's refreshing. You only have to compete against Ryan so far, and he's probably smoked out. It's probably accurate, though. All right. Oh, so with that that PHP thing. So I'm pretty confident I'm actually very ill and smoke for pain. Hey, tell yourself whatever you need to tell yourself. Doesn't matter to me. This is about you getting free internet points. So that submission bot, I'm pretty confident that I can create the part of the PHP script that pulls variables from the URL that Nightbot sends over from the Discord. A little, I'm not sure how to handle the image because I don't know how that works in Discord, if it's going to send a URL or not, but we'll have to see. It's the part where I then process the information and send it over to IFT via their webhook that I'm not sure how to code. So I've pretty much figured out, like, you know, a good 70% of the thing. It's just that very, very crucial part that I'm like, I have no idea what happens here. But I'll write the code out as much as I can in PHP, and then I guess we'll see. I'm just not so familiar with, like, doing all the JSON stuff, and but I mean, that is how that King of the Hill game works in a way, is it pulls a variable off of Nightbot and then runs a PHP script. So I can just alter that, and it should be able to grab, I think Nightbot lets you send up to 9 variables. I'm not positive though. gotta read something. For real though, this whole winter I've been dealing with no stomach problem, messed my leg up. Oh, that sucks, man. Oh my god, dude. I don't know. Jesus. That sucks. They never figured out what was going on with you? You probably just have a gluten allergy. It's probably just gluten. Get rid of gluten. I'm kidding. Maybe I'm kidding. Unless I'm right, then I wasn't kidding. Do you have good health insurance or health insurance at all? Oh, great. Well, that's good. You want to do a CAT scan? Okay. Did you do like, I assume they did like a bunch of, what is that called? Ultrasounds. Blood work, yeah. Yeah, I had a lot of stomach problems as a kid. Well, I still have a lot of stomach problems. I had like an ulcer for a while. And who knows what else. But I honestly, these past couple of months when I cut out gluten and dairy, it actually was a lot better. Do what? You're popping your back? Yeah, you're learning how to pump? Good. Told my doctors my diet, and they say I'm a pretty healthy person. Right. See, I was a pretty healthy person, too. But doctors don't know shit about nutrition. Excuse me, I just wanted to say that. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, not that I know a whole lot about it. But you gotta see what affects you. Like, I could definitely tell there was some kind of gluten-y type of thing happening, because whenever I ate certain things, I'd end up sneezing. And I was like, that doesn't seem like just a weird coincidence. I'm going to add tons of veggies soon to eliminate... Yeah, that's good. I don't... You have a coach for that? That's cool. I wish I could get a nutrition coach thing. No, I cannot afford that right now. I also can't... I don't know that I could deal with that, all that. There's a point where, like, somebody else has to be making that food for you. Because it gets to the point where it's just like, I'm hungry, I need to eat something right now. Fitness coach? Yeah. See, I don't do any of that. That fitness stuff. I don't have time for fitness. Yeah, push this kid 27 hours a day. Yeah. Yeah, Dad. Yeah, Dad. How close are we to 27 after the hour? Okay. That's also fitness? Pushing this kid? Yes. That was kind of my point. I don't have time to get in shape. I'm doing too much stuff staying in shape. We have like a pull-up bar in one of the doors. And that's about it. I get a couple of those in every time I walk down the hall. But yeah, if I like just have to do exercise, I'd rather just like, the best exercise I ever got was when I was a teenager and I would skateboard everywhere, and then my friends and I would play basketball occasionally. Because like you're doing something and it's like, when I was skateboarding, most of the time I was skateboarding with friends. So it's like, you know, we were doing stuff together, it was fun, it was a community thing. And when it's just like, oh, it's just me, let's do 27 push-ups or whatever, I can't. It's so boring. Right? I need to get my skateboard crew back. Put on my jams. And exercise. I know that about you. I had to fill in the gaps. Yeah, maybe I should do like a whiskey exercise routine. All right, we're gonna take a shot. We're gonna do 40 push-ups. All right. Yeah, I could do that. Is that worth as a? Should I do that as a live stream or as a video? Should I do that as a serious or as a sketch? Or as a weekly thing? It's Whiskey Wednesday. Let's work out. I think you'd get sick if you did that for real. You obviously assume I can do way more exercise than I can. I would be like, all right, 1 shot, 4 push-ups, we're done. Fudge. Mommy and Betty will be home real soon, Iris. Worst is drinking milk before. Yeah, that is the worst. I'd way sooner drink whiskey than milk before something like that. You know what would be cool, speaking of skateboarding, is if I could mount a camera on my skateboard and live stream from the board. Not that I could really pay attention to the chat room while I was doing that. Maybe I could to a point. I don't know how that would work. Because like you would want that mounted. So it would either have to be a camera that's using the phone. Yeah, I don't know. To stream, but then most of those apps probably don't have the chat room built in. Did you earn that YouTube shirt? It was a free giveaway at one of the events. Give me some time. You have a cam for. Oh, is that for? That 4K cam will do like a live stream thing, but will you won't be able to see the chat room, right? But cool. I have all the like a bunch of mounts for GoPros. Cool, interesting. And it should fit my underwater case. That would be the best, is the underwater live stream. Holy crap, that would be so good. I mean, theoretically. Oh, now you got me excited. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, interesting. Cool. We're good. Set mount. Underwater case. Cool. I have one for my phone, but I don't trust it. Because it's got like, in the different, you know, like for your audio and your charging port, there's like little rubber pieces that go in, and one of those pieces comes out. And I'm like, I don't, like, I've never used it. Somebody sent, like, when a brand sent it to me, I was like, here, Sam, put this on your videos. And then I got it, and I was like, I'm not gonna put my phone in this thing. 4 different mounts, cool. I want to get a, like a split mount, like a Y mount, so you have the cam here and the phone here. And then a tripod stand. 30 meters? I'm not going to go 30 meters, but cool! Maybe I can get a remote control submarine and mount it on that. Submersible. What?
I love you.
Oh, I love you.
Dada.
Yes, Iris.
I love you.
I love you.
Mama.
Who's there?
Banana.
Ah, here we go. Banana who?
Banana.
Banana who?
Banana.
Banana who?
Banana.
Banana who?
Banana.
Banana who? Banana who? Banana who? What? Who's there? Oh, good. Orange who?
Banana.
Yes, yes, I am. I'm so glad. Thank you for not saying banana. Back in this thing. I was hugging you for not saying banana. It was in the. I don't remember the picture. I only remember seeing the camera, but okay. Who's there? Cool. Again? Banana who? You know, we told Betty she's only allowed to go three bananas. Banana who? Banana who? Banana who? Banana who? Who's there? Orange who? Yes. Okay, different jokes. At least she cuts out the knock knock part on the repetition and just goes straight to banana. It's pretty good. Well, I guess we'll have to take that to the beach. Or a swanky party with a pool. Hi! Minions! I wish, banana! What? Is the whole swing set rocking? Must be a party. I tried to live stream from Bananarama from Iris's swim class once, or swim school, and it just didn't work very well. It got very pixelated and dropped a lot, which is unfortunate because I would totally do like underwater live streams from her class because she's awesome. But over the summer, we get a key to the pool at her school. So I'll be able to do a bunch of streams from there, which would be decent. And we'll see what else. What other fun stuff to do. Do you know with that camera, when it streams, if you can see the chat room at all? I imagine you can't. Because they probably don't care. They're probably like, nobody cares. They just want to do the footage from our awesome camera. Yeah, that's right. Nice. Let's see how accurate Waze is. Do you guys have Waze out there for your GPS? I gotta imagine Waze is just, oh no, 20% battery. I gotta plug these guys in. Connects with an app. Right. But that app is not going to pull in the chat room, I guess. W-A-Z-E. It's like Google Maps, but better. It's a play on the word ways, but it's like maze. It's like ways maze combined, squishy. We have Tom Tom? Oh, no. I don't know that one. Okay. Alright. I might need to plug you guys in before the time is up. Shall see. It's down to 10. We're going to have to figure something out. Yeah, it'd be awesome if there was an outlet over here. I should run a friggin'... Yeah, I should get like 40-foot extension cord and just run it over here. Because it's not like there's anything back here the gardeners are gonna like mess with. Pretty much pull it off. Careful, Iris. over here. So, oh my God, Iris, you're freaking me out. Sit still in your thing. I don't want you to fall off again. Your cheek just healed. You guys all saw the aftermath of that swing spill, right? It's actually done. Here, come here. Come here for a second. Let me show off your cheek. Come here, I want to show off your cheek. It's only been, what, 4 or 5 days? It's been 5 days? And look. You can it's just a little red. There's no scab at all. Super baby stem cells. Or whatever. What are you doing now? There. Yeah, it was pretty amazing. Like 2 days later, we were like, this thing's basically healed. Ugh. Push me on the ropes? I can't. I can start you on the ropes. But once you're going, I need to push this way. Oh, stomach. Speaking of stomach problems, we had pancakes this morning. Pretty sure that's my issue right now. All right. So I'm going to guess trivia is going to be real slow. I'll try once we actually get into the garage to do a little promotion. But chances are everyone is watching the sports. So unless you know someone who's out there that's not, who wants to play trivia, don't tell them now. But we'll bug everyone in a few minutes. What? What?
Push me.
I'm pushing you. You're bossy. I'm like actually already pushing you. Don't tell me what to do when I'm doing it. I got one boss I had. Fan of motocross? Right on. Alright. Guys, I gotta go. I do private things. I'm gonna stop. 2 more pushes. 1 and 2. And Daddy has to step away. Guys, I'm gonna plug you in for a minute. Go to the little boys' room. And see where we're at that point. Iris, we gotta do something else. Look at this glorious day. Okay, where's my plug? Right, still here with you. Hopefully this charges. I can never tell. Okay, I'll be right back. Keep an eye on that one. She's wily. like my cup thing.
Ow!
Okay.
But yeah, they have a really lovely house. They have a
Great.
bunch of awesome bird feeders with all these finches and
Yeah.
like a bird bath. And
You guys still here?
so
But guess
Yeah.
what, Daddy?
it seems
What,
pretty
Daddy?
clear that they weren't intending to like let them go outside or
Good.
anything like that. She has a lot of kitty things all over her house, like you can see,
Sure.
like cats.
Okay. Good.
Her husband was really nice.
Great.
Her husband,
Charlie, back there.
her husband said that you showed him the kitty
He showed him what?
Me?
That's that is his big kitty video.
The video. Sandy showed him the videos.
What videos?
Yeah.
On the
She took-
Instagram? Oh, she took video?
some videos yesterday when they were
Oh,
here, when
okay.
she was here meeting them, and then also I think she was showing her friends because they said they went to see some friends last night, and so she was
Gotcha.
showing them all the videos, and I think she was showing them probably my Instagram videos.
Cool.
too. But she took some videos as well when she was here meeting them.
Okay.
So they're awesome. Like honestly,
Great.
their house is lovely, and they're lovely people, and
Good.
Michelle is like, a huge cat lover, and they have
Good.
more than enough money to take care of them,
Yeah.
really well. And yeah, and she's like, every time she talks about her cat, she gets all choked up. She's like, this is the first time in 40 years I haven't had a cat. So she even had steps for the bed
Oh, wow.
because her cat had become
Gotten
a
old.
senior,
Yeah.
and was old. So yeah.
Cool.
So,
Okay, kittens will love
so I
this.
need to send her an email with all the links of all the food and litter and everything
Yeah.
that we use, 'cause she's gonna get stuff this week.
Yeah.
So I might even just not deliver them. I might see if she just wants to pick them up.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Yes.
Dada,
I'll
look
go
what
out
I
there if she wants to.
did!
It doesn't really matter to me.
Okay.
And mostly I'm just hoping that Jim can
Daddy,
get in
Daddy,
this week.
please.
Yeah.
Because the last time when I contacted
Come on, baby. Daddy's got stuff he's doing.
Eden about making the appointment for Rebel, I was hoping it was going to be like that Monday, and it wasn't until the next Monday. So
Right.
I'm worried that she's going to be like, oh, it's next week, not this
Oh,
week.
Iris.
You okay?
I'm gonna move that right now, so don't worry. Put this whole thing in the garage.
I was gonna use that.
Set.
Daddy said he just pushed you for that whole time, honey. Let's do something else. You didn't take a bath? Did you take a bath? Did she take a bath?
Yeah.
You didn't wash her hair?
No.
It's the entire reason for the bath.
I thought the entire reason was she wanted to take a bath.
No, she has food in her hair. Lots and lots of food in her hair.
Well, that was
That
not
was the whole
expressed.
reason I wanted her to take a bath today. She needed a hair wash.
Okay. I'd really like you to play with Iris for a little bit, 'cause she's really bored. She'd really like for you to play with her. Into the garage. That's true. Hang on. How about you don't climb in that so I can set things up, please? Excuse me. Out. Get up. Get up and out. Over here. Stand over by the bike.
No.
Yeah, Betty. I need space here. I need to be able to set up.
Hi. Trivia.
Hi, Trivia.
So we're doing trivia today.
Oh my God, Betty. Hey, I would love to be a guest one day. Saw a leaf falling. Oh man, there's so much basketball in LA. Smiley face, that's Betty is home saying hello. Are you guys in this way? Let's see what we're gonna do here. On the
The blue one has the red one. What did you say? The red one has
guys.
and the blue one has
Okay, let's do a
the
little.
big one. But I think it's this way.
Little coffee drinking.
I could do things.
Evan says hi, Betty.
What did you say?
Evan says hi, Betty. Put this in.
But you can do this after. It's this for my book.
Oh no. One of my things came off already. Oh, god damn it. I don't know.
I don't know the hard one. What did you say?
Mommy just asked if Arya got outside. Let's go look for the kitten.
She's not in the house.
Go find her. See if we can find her in your room. Be right back, guys. Well, you go play with Iris for a little bit. I have some stuff to set up. You come out now. I'd like to set up without you asking me 20 questions because it'll. You think that, but you will. Betty. Just go play. I'm not ready for you. I will come get you when you can come hang out and help. Oh, I zoomed in. I was like, what? Yes. Which side are you going to be on? Go ahead. Hi. Okay. So only an hour and 41 minutes after I said we would start. I'm going to get on to Facebook and some other things. What's going on with my computer? Oh, of course it is set like this. Ryan, are you still here? Evan, I believe you're still here. And I don't know what to do with you guys now that I have you on that tripod. You won't have the other always excellent. Let's see. It's my light up the junk table light. Good times. Throw that one on. And let's see if I can make you guys hear, maybe. So I'm going to. Nah, I guess I'll leave it with the front. No, go back. I was gonna flip around, but it's fine. Let's just zoom. Yeah. Need to be able to touch that so that the white balance is better, but I can't actually be here and reach there to do it. So there's that. Actually, I wonder if this will do this. Also going to change the focal point. Let's see how bad that idea is. Oh, this app doesn't do it. Never mind. Well, that's dumb. All right. Alright, if you have any friends, now is the time to invite them to play. Can this cable reach that phone? Oh, it's so close. It's possible. Wait. Let's do this. It's too bright for the cam. Yeah, it's not great. What, is it just this light? Bouncing off too much? And then this. I think I made that worse. I feel like that's going to get real dark, but let's see if that's any better. Still washed out. Love the painting. Oh, the blue, which is over there. Yeah, that was my vlog background for forever. All right. I wish I could. Oh, actually, if I roll back, I think it's the best. So let's see. Can I just do this? And are you getting this mic now? Probably figure that out. You're not? Well, you should be. Let me see something. Nope, you're not. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. But it looks good. So you can hear the computer like going, oh man, whatever. Okay. Let's drop this down to crappy resolution because I don't really need that. Actually, I could probably just pop this out, pop the chat out, and then I can throw that there. Let's do a little. I'm gonna do a little promotion on Twitter and the Facebook. If there's anyone out there you'd like to invite, this is the time. Okay. It's the. Okay. I would ultimately like to have 4 or 5 people playing to make this interesting, but that's probably not going to happen. Yeah. Okay. And why is it put that there? Let's just do that. This. And for the we'll do a GIF. Great. And post it. What is this message? Okay, great. There. Oh, actually, maybe I should tag some people in that post. This isn't working. Maybe your mom. Molly is not. Yeah, she's working for sure. Okay, so. Oh no, low battery. What? Hope you guys are. I hope this is charging. It never. I can never tell if it's charging when it's on the friggin'. When the app is open, it doesn't show me the battery thing. So that's awesome. And I'm not going to get another warning because I was at the 10% warning. Cross those fingers. If this goes down, stick around. I will definitely flip it over. It just will take me a few minutes to get whatever I need to do, whatever app I need to open to then grab it. You probably have to end up refreshing or something. So don't go anywhere if in the next 10 minutes the stream stops. Hopefully it won't. Yeah, good idea. Tag my mom. All right. Tag my. Do some taggage on the thing. Okay, tagging. Have a feeling she had plans for today. Molly, I believe, is at work. Liam. No. What's that dude's name on here? He has some weird name on Facebook. Like his Twitter and his Facebook names are totally different. Is it Godsmack? No, I can't find him. He used to be one of my bigger players. And Ryan, where'd Ryan go? Ryan. Because if it's just you, really we're not doing anything. Alright, let's I'll just do this for now. What is that? The best thing would be for you a good desktop Apple PC, 2 or 3 screen, a 4K cam for live streaming. Yeah, I mean, I would love an Apple, like that little the black Mac. I mean, I think even with some of those new Mac Minis, I could pull off a decent live stream. I've got the second monitor, although with that Mac Mini or the black Mac, I'd have to buy extra ones. But yes, that would be awesome. Like, I don't know if you've seen some of the stuff I've attempted. If I had a machine that could pull off the things I've attempted, I have created in OBS and Wirecast some like super complex like layouts. Not like junky, they're just filled with stuff, but like they've got different scenes and setups that I can switch to. Because you know I'm a technical director as a professional, so like I have the know-how to make a more interesting show setup, but I just don't have the tech for it right now. When I tried to do, am I loud enough if I'm just my normal voice here? Because you're so far away. You guys are like 4 feet away now. I just punched in. When I tried to do the board game Zombicide, like, oh, it was such a good thing. And like, I could make that so cool if I had the wherewithal to do it. Oh, it's perfect? Awesome, thank you. Because like, the whole concept, like, I have the game. It's over here. And then there's a template layout that gives you like a grid so that you guys can play from Discord and be like, all right, move this guy to this space and whatnot. I had a camera set up, just a top down on the board, a camera on me as picture in a picture. On a macro trigger, it would like pop up zombies on the screen when a new zombie appeared. I had a die cam, so like when we had to roll dice, it would just flip over to that. That camera sucked. And like just all these things. I was like, this would be so awesome if I could do it. I need like, you know, a 4-camera switcher. I really would love to get, you know, like a mini TriCaster or something like that one day. But like I could do everything with software. It would be better to have the hardware equivalent, which is actually, it's the other way around because the software is the equivalent of the hardware. Because like, you know, if I had the setup I had at the last job I did, oh my god, the shows I could be doing would be so cool. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I wonder how much it is to rent a TriCaster. And unfortunately, like YouTube has a TriCaster, but I will no longer have access to it unless I get my my hours up. Can't believe that cable clip came off already. Like I can't pull it off, and I just put it back on. Crazy. All right, TriCaster 8000 rental. Yeah, it's on that computer. Probably won't tell me. Let's guess. It's probably not going to have prices. Oh yeah, technically you have to get the control surface too, which is a different rental price. Use 3M double-sided tape. It already had adhesive on it. Oh, with the control surface. Oh my god. A 1-week rental. Oh no, that's the weekly rate. Oh Christ. So the daily rate is $7.50? Holy crap. Man, I gotta just buy a TriCaster and then rent it. The weekly rate is $225 or $2,250. My God, I can't talk. Anyway, I wonder if they have Wirecast machines on here. No, they just sell the software. I mean, they sell the gear, but you can't rent it. Can you? Oh, Screencaster. Let's see. But yeah, that would be awesome to if I had a good desktop machine that I could do some better streams on. All right. As we wait to see if anyone else shows up, maybe it's time to unbox something. Who do I feel I owe an unboxing to? Also, I kind of feel like I need to move you guys closer. And by you guys, I mean just you, Evan. You're the one true one today. This is the other one of these. Mac Pro with El Capitan. Cost $1,000. Yeah. And like legitimately I could get the PC version for like $400. Like, but I do like me some Mac. I mean, there with the PC, I don't know what the whole reason I really don't switch over to PCs is like I don't want to deal with like the video card element of it, like the capture card or whatnot. Like the Mac, all that stuff's in there. I don't need to worry about anything. There's no guesswork involved. I don't have to know a lot of stuff on specs. Alright, pop you out of this tripod. Hopefully not disconnect the charging cable. Into this tripod, which is precariously positioned down. I did a setup for i7 with the best of the best, 2,234 euro. Right on. All right, here's our. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, 3 people watching. Guys, I'm going to do an unboxing until there's enough people here to do trivia. I guess I should also open the trivia generator. Trivia. Alright, in the meantime, I'm going to look in my box of things I've never unboxed. I could probably just pull it off the shelf. And we'll do a mini game. This is, I gotta wait to see where I'm at. Where am I? That's not accurate. This seems like it's gonna fall. I'm gonna flip you guys around for my own sanity. How do I want to do this? Maybe I'll just do this. Maybe I'm taking you off the tripod and using the tripod itself. Sorry about all that. As a lean-to. Just leaning up there. So we're gonna take a look at Don't Fall in the Mead Hall, unless anybody else with a Coolmaster Cosmo 2. I don't know what any of those things are, but all right. This is a game that was sent to me a while ago called Don't Fall in the Mead Hall. It is a drinking game in the very literal sense that it is a game about drinking. I have not assembled this game. Again, as with many of the games I get, this is from a DIY print-on-demand site called the Game Crafter, where people can go make their own games, and one of these days I may actually use it as well. I have a couple friends that make mead. Shout out to Don in Michigan and Blake out here in Los Angeles. This is your rule book for Don't Fall in the Mead Hall. I have not memorized how this all works. So we're just going to unbox. We're not going to actually play the game or anything. Alright, so you have here are your Vikings, your little meeple Vikings. Yeah, you got 4 colors. How much presents did you get in one box? What do you mean? this high enough I can put these guys on it? Oh, it's almost high enough. Not so much. What if I do it like this? Alright, you got that guy. Got the white guy. Black. Oh, like from people sending me games and stuff? They'll send me 2 games at a time a lot. So technically I only ever got 1 or 2 things, but the most complex game I ever got, this is pretty cool. Let me see if I can get to it. My stand is a little hidden right now. This is the bit, one of the, actually I got 2 big box games. Where is that other one? Oh, I think it's over there. So I got this, which is kind of in the vein of Magic the Gathering. There's a game called Ascension and a game called Dominion, and it's more like those games. Draconis Invasion, it's a deck building game, and they did send me 2 of these, and I love it. It's a really good game. There is an expansion set, I believe, out right now. I'm not sure if it's... They were working on it when they sent me that, so I'm not sure if it's out. And then the other game was called You Betcha. Hang on. And, so You Betcha, they sent me 2 of these. And this is like, seems like something you'd get at Target, or, you know, a store. It's like a trivia game with, like these whiteboards. And you gotta kind of write down a whole bunch of things at once. So it's a kind of a cool version of like trivia as well. I'll set it there. All right, so back to Don't Fall in the Mead Hall. So you got those little guys. Those are your Vikings. And comes with. So again, this is a DIY publisher, so a lot of times you'll get things that are not finished. Alright, so we got a bunch of dice. Got some 6s, little small 6s, I like these, and a 20. And then you have these custom dice, which are blank, and then there's a sticker sheet, so you're supposed to put your stickers on there. I just have to read what goes on what. And then there are these round guys. These are your tables for your Vikings to drink at. And there's this red one. I'm not sure what that's about. So yeah, that is Don't Fall in the Mead Hall. Let's take a quick look at these stickers. There's not a lot of... Is there 2 sheets in here? Oh, there are 2 sheets in here. Alright, so the first sheet... Well, you can see that it's like a little lady with a goblet, close-up of a skull goblet, some kind of Viking shield, and what is that other one? Is a Viking itself at the very end with that arrow. On the second sheet, we got some chair throwing at the bottom there, and some POW fist things, and another one of those shields. I don't know which dice these go on. Does it say? There's 4 dice, 3 different colors. Okay, here we go. Red, 3 fists, 3 blanks. Oh, so the blanks are important. Those are the blanks at the top. Black, Viking, wench, goblet, horn, chair, fist. What the horn? Oh, I missed it. There is a horn. There's the horn right there. And then the blue is 4 chairs and 2 shields. Yeah. I mean, yeah, so basically you got your Vikings, they're at a table, they're drinking, and then stuff happens. I don't really know the game mechanic yet. I've yet to get that far. But that is what's in there. So the wooden discs, 4 white drinking tables, and 1 red battle mat. So I guess at some point you get so drunk that you decide you need to fight another Viking at this red table. Alright. 4 4 Viking teams, 5 men in each team. I mean, I guess I could go on. Since nobody else is here to actually do the trivia yet, it looks like this has become the unboxing of Don't Fall in the Mead Hall. Or should we unbox a second game? I have so many of these games that I owe an unboxing to, but we could keep going for a while. Why not which? Should we take a look at another game, or should we learn more about this game? Put your vote in the chat. There's only one person voting, so Evan will probably get his way. All these. Unbox another game! Alright, sounds good. Let's clean up this game. I want to get, real quick, my purple mount, so that I can flip up and down between the angles that are good for you guys to me. Alright, back. Sorry. That's a better mount scenario. You guys know mount scenario, right? Right by Mount Zion? No? How close am I? Is that a thing? Should I? Oh, yeah. Let's maybe do a little of that, too. I'm sad that that mic wasn't going through. That should. It worked the other day. I swear to God it did, but not necessarily with this app. And I feel like I've just undone the plug. Okay. I have no idea what was in what bags anymore. What was in the big bag? I'm going to guess it was the Vikings. So dice in here. What's up, everybody? Once I have enough interested parties, we can actually do some trivia. I see 4 people watching, but only Evan is talking. So we're going to unbox another game in the meantime. If you see anything you want me to unbox, Evan, feel free to try and explain where in my setup it is, and I will take a look. Maybe these were the dice in 2 different bags? This has a lot of bags in it. I don't even know if I need this many bags at all. Okay. Like, it's pretty silly. It's not that many pieces. You can just friggin' put it in here. Just have a little laugh, but you have to take a whole cast to unbox my box. Oh, sure, man. Yeah, whenever I get a box, I will totally do a whole thing. I mean, if there's a camera in it, we're going to figure out how to get that, although that would actually end up splitting into a second stream, but whatever. I look forward to it. That would be awesome. Okay. Bye, Vikings. I don't know if you guys got a good look at this guy, but he's pretty much awesome. All right. Okay. So here, we'll give you guys a choice. I'll put a bunch of games out, and you guys can pick what to unbox next. That's a good one. I got some bigger ones into the mix here. Alright, let's make some space. Maybe I should just make a stack. Looks like a series I watched when I was little called Vicky the Viking. Oh, interesting. Could be. Well, at least could be inspired by that. Alright, I'll throw this guy in. Let's put some of these bigger ones in, take a look. Alright, you decide what next. Alright, Hen Crew, Geared, You Betcha, Humiliated, Battle of the Bands, Vi, and Storm the Bridge are the ones that I have pulled out onto the table. Feel free to pick the next unboxing. Unnecessary zoom. Alright. Give you a minute. See if anything catches your eye there. It's Wiki the Viking. Gotcha. Alright. Alright. Any of those catch your eye you want to unbox, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just do something. I'm going to clean these up a little. Stack, maybe. No! Nothing in particular. No? Anything? No? No games that you want to call out? I'll give you another. You are hearing me, right? Trivia isn't going to happen. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it, but that's all right. I mean, I kind of figured when I realized it was the Super Bowl that this was asking for too much. But at least we're hanging out and doing the live thing. That's fine. Get my routine down, and we'll do trivia next week. Hopefully, I can actually get people in. Because, yeah, pretty silly with just one person. What happened to Ryan? He didn't say he was taking off. He just did. Alright, unless there was a game you wanted me to check out, I'm going to do this one. Which game looks fun for you? Whatever, man. I mean, I've looked at most of these already. This is Battle of the Bands, which goes back to those awesome times. I don't know what it's like out there for you guys, but we had a lot of Battle of the Bands in high school. So for me, it's like, ooh, very high schooly. It says a card game about record deals, creative differences, solo careers, and selling out, comeback tours and concept albums, doing it all for the fans, and the chance to become a legend. So this is pretty cool. Obviously, I have not opened the card deck yet, but these are the cards. I'll open this deck in a minute. This is what I want to show you about this. So obviously, we have the instructions. That's cool. And then I guess this is a letter that they sent to me. Oh, it comes with stickers. I know the movie School of Rock. Yeah. Where's the review coming? Very cool. Probably. Talking ports. Yeah, one of these days I should do actual things for these guys. But right on. So yeah, got some. These are actually look like tattoos because they're backwards. So there's some awesome fun tattoos. Not stickers. This is the cool part about this game. Here is the board. It's a shirt. And for the record, it does not say what size it is, but I'm pretty sure it's an extra large, which is accurate to most. Yeah. Yeah, it's super cool. So the board is a shirt. We got across the top from left to right, hype, chops, riffs, gear, and fans. And then level 1, 2, 3, 4. At the very bottom it says career. At the very top it says fans over there. Alright, so, and then your playing pieces, they're kind of all over, but they are pins. So you pin your piece into the board and move around. I mean, I saw something come over from Facebook. Let me take a quick look and see what Claire has to say. I don't think it's a root. Hang on. This might not be in relation to... Okay, that's unrelated to trivia at all. Yay! Claire. Okay. Alrighty. So, I'm going to fold the board up. We'll open up the cards and take a look. It's got kind of a, not exactly 8-bit, but sprite. So similar enough to 8-bit, but just bigger. Design going on. And yeah. You do have to iron the board to play the game better. No. Alright, let me put those in. I dropped everything. We'll open the cards in a second here. Yeah, I think this looks like a pretty solid game. Like, I love the concept that it's a board. Alright, and then open these up. So yeah, this is your hype. You got flyers. I'm so curious how this plays. There's no like values or anything on this. I wonder if you just need to get like multiples of each thing or something. Oh, there's hype level 1, hype level 2, so there are more. That's alright. So flyer, there's just too many things. I can't show it all, but you get the gist of how it works as far as how the designs are. Alright, so there we have hype level 1. You're big in Japan. I wonder, I'm big in like Brazil or Germany or something. Yeah, I like it. It's got a really nice, slick sort of feel to it. It's great. So yep. Riff cards. And your chops. Your different instruments, basically. Is that how that works? Bagpipes. Harmonica. Yeah, these are all like really obscure instruments. Well, not obscure, but alright, there we go. There's a bass guitar. You got some drums, synth. So there's chops. There's gear. What's the difference? Oh, gear's extra stuff. You got your car, your beach ball. That's funny. Balloons. What was that? Strobe light. Oh, glow sticks. Yeah. And then this is the biggest deck by far is fans, so, and it goes all the way up to level 4. It's actually just different people. Oh, that's not. I got a couple of these last ones, which there's no spot for passion on there, but that's interesting. Kinda, yeah, a little bit. A lot of cards. And then there's these passion cards, which don't have a slot on the shirt. Midlife crisis. Backpack. Psychedelics. Broken heart. Oh, that's mine. What was that? Starstruck. Dropout. Oh yeah, that would be mine too. Talent. Nope. Interesting. Yeah. I wanna actually explore this game at some point and figure it out. The book for this one is a little bigger than the last game, so I don't know if I'm gonna read this whole thing right now. Once you've taken, how were the cards in here before? This needs some kind of foam inserts to keep things in place. Alright. The rule book is a nice material too. It's got like a thicker cover. So like most of these games have like a 1-sheet page of paper that's like folded all over the place. This is like a solid staple stitch, book. Lay the shirt out flat with the tour grid facing up. Oh, it's a tour grid. It's in regional. Separate the fan cards, the passion cards, career cards. Career cards are the ones that say hype chops, riffs, and gear. Okay. Thoroughly shuffle the career cards, and that's a career deck. Got it. And shuffle the fan cards, make a fan deck. Each player chooses a badge. First player to have 27 fans wins the game. That's a weird. That's okay. Weird. Get fan cards by going on tour. Each fan card may be worth 1, 2, 3, or 4 fans. To go on tour, you need career cards. Career cards have a suit and a value. Suits are hype, chops, riffs, and gear. Okay, so you got your 4 suits like any normal deck. And then the values are like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, depending on which thing. You need all of them to go on tour. Values, the higher value, career cards make better tours. Alright, so you're trying to get a set of hype, chops, riff, and gear, and once you do that, you go on your tour, and then your values help you get stuff. Okay, interesting. Passion cards count as a career card of any suit, so your passion cards are wild cards. With passion, you can go on tour if you don't have the right career cards. You start the game with 2 passion cards. If you lose them, you can't get them back. Sucker. Alright, so that's the basic way this whole thing goes. And then, so I guess the way the badges work is you just pick a thing and you like put it next to a row, and that's your row. Okay. I don't know. We'll see. There's definitely a little more to this than the simplest points that I've pointed out, but that's for another time. I think it does too. I've wanted to actually sit down with this game and check it out for a while. They had me sold on the board is a shirt. Like that's clever. And then the pieces are buttons. That's a solid, like, you know, theme. It's all good. There's not much more you can do there that would make it any better. Yeah, exactly. I thought so. Yeah, it makes me think, like, what else could we... The board is a Pop-Tart. What's the game? Alright, we probably shouldn't make edible boards. Compared to, like, some of this other stuff where I've gotten, like that game that I had to put up in the rafters. I don't know if you were here for that day. But it's just, like, stupid. Like, that game takes up so much space. See it from here? It's the tripod's in the way. It's that thing right there with the hexes on it. It's like, it must be 3 feet by 3 feet. And I'm like, come on, guys. That's effing ridiculous. Oh, ow. Right? Well, and then the pieces come in like 4 different briefcases. Each player gets a briefcase, essentially, with pieces. And I'm like, guys. But then the pieces themselves were made of, like, painted plaster. Some of them fell apart during shipping. And I'm like, come on. That's really, really crappy. Like, I could see, like, it being a really nice high-end game if they actually put their work into it. But it was like the follow-through was not as good as the concept. I was like, yeah, it's just not good. Alright. So, since this is just devolved into unboxing games. Put this guy back. I'm going to do this since I'm not going to have it. I may not have this opportunity to do this again in the near future because this is a game that a friend of mine left here, but I really like this game. This is a game called Warriors because when it comes down to it, this is a game about rolling lots and lots of dice, and that is a good idea. It's Warriors. All right. It comes in this metal tin. So, much like Draconis Invasion, it is essentially a deck building game, except your deck is bags of dice. So everybody gets a different color bag to put their dice in. I can actually explain this game more or less how it works. You have this ranking, what do they call it? The glory tracker. And depending on how many people are playing, you're trying to get to one of these little points. So 4 players, you're trying to get to 12 points. 2 players, 20, and so on. So yeah, your glory tracker. These are your glory holes. Nope, your glory markers. I don't know. They go on the tracker whenever you get points. Oh, I guess he has the expansion set in here that he has not opened yet, but these are the cards. So the cards get laid out. There's actual cards in here. So, okay, here's the thing. There's just dozens of different dice. What are the other cards, Chan? Maybe this is why he... What the heck? Alright. This is probably why we didn't end up playing that one night. He seems to have cards for the... Oh no, is this really open? Oh, he's just saved this thing. I'm not going to take these out of this because I'm not going to be able to put them back in. But basically, you get... Let's see if it says on the thing here because I don't see it. Instruction book. Like 9 of these cards, which represent dice, and they get laid out in like a grid on the table. And you put the dice on each one, and then each thing does something different. So as the game goes on, you start with these. Essentially, the white dice let you buy more dice, and the brown dice let you defeat monster dice. So you get something like 8 or 10 of these to start, and they go in here. And during your turn, you pull out some dice, and you go, okay, I can buy something that costs 3, defeat something that is a 2, and since you'd be starting, you go, okay, I'm going to buy one of these guys, and you put one of these blue ones in. And then as the game goes on, your dice bag gets bigger and better, and you can do more stuff, and you fight other people's monsters and stuff like that. So it's a pretty cool and quick thing, and you get to roll a lot of dice. And then if you get, I think it's these yellow ones with the spiral on them, they let you roll more dice. You pull more dice out of your bag, which is always how I like to play. I try and get those as fast as possible. Most of these, there's only like 5 dice per pile, so things go pretty quickly. And you lose dice. There are cards that will let you remove dice, because like these, the brown and the white ones are only worth like 1, I don't know what their mechanic is, but like 1 mana or 1 fight, basically. So like eventually you're going to have like, you know, a bunch of dragons in there, which are worth like 4 or 5, but if you keep getting these ones, you're like, I don't want them. So you get another die that lets you get rid of things like the basic dice. So yeah, you can do that. Draconis Invasion has that same thing where you start with things that buy or fight, and then there's other cards that let you get rid of them. So yes, you can lose dice. I don't know if you can make other people lose dice. I think you can make other people put dice back into their bag. I'm not sure. Is it possible to irritate someone? Yes. I don't remember what does that. I think these frog things did something like that. But I don't want to pull the cards out right now because he has them all stashed in this thing. And I'm like, that seems like a pain in the butt to get back out. But yeah, there are like a couple dice that affect the other players. But yeah, I love this game. It's a game I kind of wish I owned, especially with the. Yeah, it's totally fun. You know, it wouldn't be too hard, I think, to program something in Nightbot with PHP that replicated this to some extent. But it would make a good amount of coding that I'm not ready to do. What was that? Oh, that thing came off again. I think this one cable is just too much for it. Anyway, what was that? Anyway, it was just a thought. Alright, let's put these back in here. But yeah, I do love the ability of rolling like a whole bunch of dice constantly. It's a lot more fun than just playing cards. Okay, this goes here. Yeah. Oh, do those go there? Maybe those go there. There. This. Maybe I put this together correctly. Never know. Glorious! And yeah, it has at least one expansion pack that he has in here already. I feel like this game is so old they've probably put out more, but I don't know. I should put this on my wish list. Because I like it. Yeah, that's a favorite game that I can show off. Out of all of my games, Draconis Invasion is definitely in my top 3. And then Zombicide, which is the game I was talking about earlier that I tried to do a live stream for, where I wanted the chat room to actually be the players. Because it's totally possible. The cool thing with Zombicide is, aside from the fact that it is gigantic, it is a cooperative game. So there doesn't need to be any secrets between players, so it can easily be a live streamed board game where chat room can play, whereas if I were to do something like Warriors, I'd have to do a whole lot of intense programming so that people, or like I'd have to be messaging people, and that would take a lot of time. So like this is super cool because it's all right out there on the board, and like everyone knows what everyone's capable of and everybody has and all that stuff. So there's no secrets from player to player, unless, you know, there's motivational secrets, but, and it's got a ton of stuff in it. So yeah, this is something I would love to do as a regular live stream, if I ever get a computer that can handle doing multicam live streams again. I mean, theoretically, if I just do all my live streams at like 36, my resolution dropped down to 36, I could probably pull it off. But how good would that be? It wouldn't be very good. You wouldn't be able to see a lot of the board. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, well, here's the other cool thing about this. So my friend Art, this was a Kickstarter game, and he moved. And he was like, Sam, I'm getting rid of a whole lot of board games. Do you want Zombicide? And I was like, yes, Art. Yes, I do. Oh, you lost the feed? Oh, what didn't you hear me say? Did I say anything where you're like, what's he talking about now? So the cool thing about this, first off, wait, which one of these is the thing? This whole box is just extra zombies. I was joking when I asked you. This has like 100 zombies in it. This is probably another 100. And then this Oh, this is the base Zombicide. This is the original. Are you familiar with Zombicide? So that's what I was gonna say. Is so my friend Art was a Kickstarter donator to Zombicide, and then he moved and he was like, Sam, I have to get rid of a lot of board games. What do you want? So he gave me all his Zombicide stuff and a game called Trains, which I've never looked at. So this is the Abomination Pack. One of these is the Abomination Pack, this one, which is just 2 more sheets of zombies. And then... Oh, I also put some other stuff in here. There's some guys in here. Hang on. Alright, so that. And then this is another bonus of... Oh, right on. So this one has, like, different kinds of zombies. The gray ones are the normal, the basic zombies, but you have walkers, runners, abominations, and fatties. So these ones here. And then you have toxic zombies and rage zombies. I think these green ones are the toxic and the brown are the rage. So there's 3 classifications of zombies and 4 types of zombies. So the classifications are normal, rage, and toxic. And then within those 3, you can have walkers, fatties, and abominations. And then they have a whole sort of subset that is, like this is all modern day, post-apocalypse. And then they have the Zombicide Black Plague, which is all fantasy, which I don't have any of that stuff. So what I was saying is Art gave me his Zombicide stuff. So it's this, that, Toxic City, Prison Outbreak, and then this has a bunch of stuff in it that you can't see. Like 6 sets like this of stuff. So there's a bunch. Yeah, the base game is really expensive. All the stuff's really expensive. But there's so much in it. We're going to take a look at the basic one, and then we'll move on. I just remembered I own Settlers of Catan. I just looked in there and I was like, oh wow, I have that now. Totally forgot about that. Toxic City. Alright, these guys back for now. So yeah, so this is cool. I really want to do a live stream with this, and I think it would be super cool to do like a thing where I incorporate the Discord voice channel so that you guys can play better. Because I could easily get, it's a 6-player game, but I'm pretty sure I could concoct a way so like 10 people could play. Yeah, and there are rules out there somewhere for like player versus player stuff, but all these missions are cooperative, so you're just trying to fight against the zombies. So, alright, here is... Alright, I think I've put other stuff in here, so I'm going to take out. You have to own it as well? What do you mean? Alright, so here... You don't have to own it as well. If I were to do it as a stream, I'd be able to do everything. Alright, here is the Zombicide game. Now, I've already kind of... This has obviously been well played. If you did it as an online thing, no, I would have everything you need. You wouldn't need to do anything. You would just need to be a player. I'll show you how. We'll get into this a little bit. So, alright, I'm going to do an unboxing, and then we can theorize how the show worked, because we've done it. Molly played it, although it was very slow because her connection was so laggy. It was like, alright, Molly, I'm going to move you. You've moved 3 spaces to where you told me to go, and you've got 2 actions left this turn. What would you like to do? And then, like 5 minutes later, she would reply in the chat, and I'd be like, There's got to be a better way. So I think adding the voice channel from Discord to that would help speed things up a lot. Because you guys wouldn't necessarily need to see things to kind of follow along. I think you could pull it off more or less from the narrative of it, but we'll see. But again, if I had like a decent desktop connected to my Ethernet cable, shouldn't make a difference. All right, so in this box we've got our rule book, of course, which is probably the biggest one we've seen today by far. I'm curious what the zombie count is. Okay, I'll put that there. We have 2 sheets of zombies, which break down to 40 walkers, 16 runners, 8 fatties, and 1 abomination, who is actually in this little box that I've put in here. Here's this guy. Like a cam on the board in the live stream. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I did that on Twitch, maybe. So yeah, what I had was a top-down. So you would see the board, and then I had a mortise, like an overlay around it on the screen that gave numbers and letters. So well, I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so you got your zombies, something like 100 zombies, whatever. It's probably not the real math. 40, 56, it's like 60 to 70 zombies. All right, then you get these player cards. So there's 6 unique players that start the game, but there are several more. They each start with an ability that is different, and then they get an extra action, and then they get choices later on in the game. They can hold 5 items in their thing, and this is your like experience tracker. So it starts here, and as you go through the different colors, you get to get more skills, but also as the party grows, so whoever gets to the next level first affects the game for everyone else. So if like 3 people are here and somebody else is at orange, that game is messed. All right, so you got 6 people. You got Amy, the punk. You got Phil, the Walking Dead ripoff. You got Ned, the sort of survivalist. Wanda, the diner cafe lady. Josh, who I never like to use, the sort of slippery thug. The office worker, Doug. And then this other card didn't actually come with that. We just play with that one a lot. I'm not going to show that to you at this point. All right, you have two decks of cards. This one seems to have been flipped over. So half of these things are here. So this is your search pile. So throughout the game, you'll be searching for items and weapons and things like that, and that comes out of here. So you go and you got like, there's a scope, there's a mask, there's a shotgun, and then occasionally, so this is an important item, is the gas can and eventually the glass bottle to make a Molotov cocktail, because it is the only thing that will kill the abomination when it comes out. But also in here, occasionally you'll get an uh-oh, which I can't find any of those, so that's great. You are? Awesome. I love it. It is one of my all-time favorite games in the zombie world. So you get an ah, and that means a zombie has spawned. Alright, and then so you have this other deck, which is your zombie deck. And the way this works, you have 4 levels, and whatever the most experienced player of the game is the level that you use. So at the beginning, everyone starts at blue, so you'd pick it up and it's whatever this is. So that's like, this whole card is just walkers, so it would be 1 walker. So if one person's at yellow, it would be 2, and so forth and so forth. And so that's all pretty obvious. You know, this is what runners look like. So that one at the bottom is the abomination. If it doesn't have that plus symbol in it, if it's just black, it's just a fatty. But that is the abomination symbol. So the only other thing to look out for, so yeah, that's what the fatty looks like, the top there, as a comparison to the abomination one. Very similar, it just has a plus sign in it. And when a fatty spawns, he spawns with 2 walkers. And the only other thing to look out for on these is there's a there it is, a sewer token. So when you're actually doing the zombie spawning, instead of spawning at the spawn point, it will spawn at a sewer that a player is on. So I'll show you that in a second. All right, that's the decks. There's so much to this game. Yep. And then with the expansions, there's so much more. It almost has like a role-playing game element to it. And the last thing before we get into the boards, of course, is our player character pieces, which are these colorful ones. Let's dump this out. So you got the 6 people that we were looking at before, and he's actually brown, not gray, but yes, it does. And then you got some red dice. That there, she's not actually in there. This guy is. And so forth. And then you get this, I don't even know if this came with it or if I put this in here. I feel like I may have put this in here. This is your first player token, because every round is going to have different first players who started the game to try and make it even. Oh yeah, it's just so you know whose turn it is. Okay, I'll put these guys back in here. There's also these little things to track your experience on that sheet. And then these to point the skill that you've bought when you get higher up. In! And I don't know if it works in the Discord, but I actually did turn, or at least I kind of started to turn the zombie deck. I made a PHP script that Nightbot can call up. So actually I think you can do it in here, but I don't know if I gave it, it's probably something that only I can trigger. But if you do !Z spawn, I think that's it. It might, I'll try it. Let's see. It's not perfect because I did it in a different way. Like, I didn't make individual cards into a database or anything. I just made a random... I figured out the math on how often things should occur. Alright, either it's not working right now or I'm not remembering the right trigger. Or Nightbot's not in here right now. That could be why. Nightbot! Where you at, bro? Oh, there he is. Alright, stand by. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I did start to make my own sort of thing from it. I also created an extra level that I call green, and an extra level called black that's even harder and even easier than what's on there. And like, there's different triggers that will make them make the zombie meter change, even if it's not like not solely based on the character stuff. Oh, what the heck? Is it a different bot that does it? Is that why? Oh, that could be it. Maybe it's a different bot that's only in my... Huh, no, really? Hang on. That can't be right. Huh? I guess, maybe. I'll have to look at that at another time. It might be H&L bot that's controlling it. I wonder why I did that. If that's true, I need to change it because Nightbot's ever present in all the things. He's the only one that's in YouTube, Discord, and Twitch. And Twitch is the least important part. Alright, so then you have Your board tiles. There are, I think, 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 of these. 9 of these. There are 9 of these. That makes sense. So you can make one big 3x3 board at some point. So you got double-sided. There's a bunch of different things. Some of these are duplicates, like this diner, this little flat, kind of like sort of an office space. And then these just connect. However, right? So, let's put this down for now. So essentially, every room is its own thing. As far as movement is concerned, like that's 1, 2, 3, and then every time there's a crosswalk, that is the separator for the street. Yeah, you could make a table out of it. Yeah. So there's a sewer, and then like you have door tokens and stuff to block off different things. So these are all the tokens. I'm not going to take them out. But you got cop cars and pimp mobiles. These are the zombie spawn points, so this is where the zombies will randomly show up. There's this blue one that is linked to this blue X. So this would go down as a red one and then randomly be placed amongst some other ones, and when you find a blue one, it would trigger that zombie spawn point. There's doors. These are called objectives, these red things. So you're trying to get these. That is generally the mission of the game. And then you get to your exit. And there's a couple other pieces in there, but like these noise tokens. So every time you do like a gunshot or something, you get a noise token on there. And that's, unless they can see you, this is what attracts the zombies. If they see you, that takes precedence, and they'll go for what they can see. But if they can't, they'll go toward noise. That is, I think, the majority of pieces. There are a couple other things like a green and blue door and a green trigger as well. And then some of the other expansions have added even more things like levers and stuff like that. So yeah, you can do a good amount of variety of things. And then it comes with like 10 missions or something. And you can create your own, pretty easily. So that is the basis of the game. That's what's included. But yeah, it was, I mean, even though it took us like 3.5 hours to play that one relatively simple setup with me and Molly, it was fun. It was really fun. But yeah, I need a better system for pulling that all off. Yeah, it definitely is, and it's it's one of my more. Like, this is a game I'll play with Betty. So, like, it's not overly complex, but it's, back. Are you still here? Then okay. Donkey, I hardly even know her. What? You do see you. I do see me. Yes, good. What? I was messing around. Oh, yeah. So, I'm freaking out about that trigger for the zombie roll. What was creating that? It's just a messing around. It's that thing where, like, you're at a party and everyone's talking, and then you're the only one talking. You say something really horrible, but, like, when everyone else gets quiet. Then I said donkey. What? Anyway. But yeah. I don't know. I think there's like, in my mind, if I was to do this, a reoccurring like weekly live stream or even daily, if I got to that point, cool things you could do that would kind of turn into a more role-playing sort of game. Like, I think in this game you get one player, but I can foresee doing this as a thing where like you can recruit players as you're playing, if you're one of the regulars playing it and stuff like that. we'll do a bunch of custom missions. And I have a lot of stuff already planned out. Just gotta get to that point where I can pull it off. And I can write the company and be like, send me more stuff that you have. I'd love to get some custom printed zombies of my own or players of my own. Like, I think that would be super cool. Because I'd like to get to the... Like, I've written or created some custom missions already. And, like, I kind of have a timeline of how I see this going. And I'm like, at a certain point, once they've gotten and beaten X amount of levels, they unlock different characters. I have all these character boxes that are actually here. So it's like once the, you know, as the game grows, keep unlocking, you know, thing, give people more choices. Ironically, I pulled exactly those two character box boards. These guys. That was well done, me. Good job, me. But I'd love to actually, you know, create my own custom people for it as well, so it would be an ever-growing thing. But I can get through all of the extra stuff that they've already created and go for probably a year. It's even worse than Magic, I think. So much things you can buy. Yeah. Right, sure. Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that I wish I did have that Art didn't buy before he gave this to me. Like, there's zombie dogs, and there's dog companions, and there's, like, birds. The birds one looks really annoying, though. Because, like, they can get to you really fast. Even though you can kill them pretty quick, they're, like, really slow you down early on in the game, I think. But, yeah. Hopefully, I feel like Monday I'm gonna get a call about 1 or 2 job interviews, and I'll actually get a job, and then I can start saving. I gotta chip away at my debt just a little bit, and then I can, depending on how permanent the job is, I can commit to buying a new computer, and then things happen. Although at the point where I am working a full-time job, I'm going to have even less free time, so we'll see. Know that they mix. I'd like to give that a try, too. Never know. It's true. Fingers crossed, we'll see what happens. And then we'll do some of this. But yeah, so what I was saying is, like, yeah, so I had something like this. I don't have OBS open. Dice. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's some custom stuff that's from, like, third-party creators and whatnot for, like, custom dice. There's glow-in-the-dark dice and all that crazy crap. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. So, you have a board. This generally. So we had something like this, my top down. And then I had an overlay. So this would be like A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever makes sense. I guess it would actually split here. Yeah, that works. That's right. And so people could just be like, move Amy to 2, 6. Loop. Yeah, whatever it is. We had that. And then I had another camera that I could move around, like I had a little webcam. So I could do stuff like this. So like, yeah, alright, and then go, alright, you're right here. Have this guy to fight, see what happens. You know, stuff like that. I had that set up, then I had a camera on me. And that was probably it. Oh, and then I had the dice camera, which ultimately skitzed out and stopped working pretty fast. So like 3 or 4 cameras, we could do a pretty cool setup and do stuff. Although 5 to 6 cameras would be even more fun. I had, oh, this was my, alright, so we had that. Let's put these guys back. get you close up on that. So I had this going. Alright, and then I had this. Wait, gotta be off screen. Effect. Yeah! To kind of make it better. Give it some mood. Even though that's a terrible shot of those guys, but I had this strobing red light and an orange light. And I have somewhere a like sort of a soundtrack of effects that I've created, so that as the game goes on and there's more zombies on it, like it starts out and it's just kind of like that as the game goes on, there's like more like kind of stuff. So I had a couple different soundtracks to add some ambiance. But yeah, it's all about showmanship. I'd like to give it its due and really, you know, do it right one of these days. It all comes down to getting a new computer. Everything! I also need to pay my debt off before they turn the power off on my entire house. Alright, well, so that's Zombicide and sort of my vision of what I'd like to do. Should just do a, Sam, how much... Oh, I have to go to bed. That's okay. I probably need to go. Looks like I'm freezing. Right. I don't know if you can still hear me. Oh, is this the app just messing up? You can still hear me, can't you? So I guess let's call it. You go to bed, and I'll go hang out with the kids. I actually have something to... I have to redo something on that video I was editing anyway. So I'm going to use this time to do that. I will catch you later. And thanks for sticking around, man. Alright, I'm going to pack this up and turn the stream off. Alright, take it easy, Evan. Have a good night. I'll see you online. Probably later tonight when you wake up. Alright, buddy. Take care. I'm signing off. Stay strong.